Yo, how's it going, guys? Hopefully we are now live. Apologies for the delay. For some reason, whilst I'd gone live on OBS's side, didn't give me the option to go live on YouTube's end, so it's only a few minutes late, so I don't think it matters too much. Let me know if you guys can definitely hear me. We are live. Sweet. And you can hear me as well. We can hear you. Cool. Perfect. All right. So, as the title suggests, we are going to try and push for Legend. However, I've already done a few sets today just to see if the team is going to work okay. And I have made a slight adjustment from the team that I showcased yesterday. Instead of running Shadow Milotic, I'm running Sea King, but with Waterfall, because basically Milotic, whilst it's quite oppressive, it's a double set today. Yeah, I know. That's why I always stream on Thursdays. It gets walled very easily. Was my Mewtwo shiny? No, I haven't even. I've neither caught 10 Pokemon or powered up a Pokemon 10 times yet, because I don't necessarily have anything specific I want to power up right now. So I'll just wait until then. So we've got a bit of suspense. We could maybe do that later in the stream potentially, if the Legend push doesn't go well. Then instead we just go ahead and see if we get a Shundo Mewtwo. Been trying to play this morning here in California. Game is bugging out big time, for me at least. Is that in the Competitors Cup or on the new code? Want to build a Beware rank 7 for the Competitors Cup. Good luck with the climb. Thank you very much, Michael. Unfortunately, I haven't thought of anything that a $5 donation or the equivalent will get you for this stream. So if you have any things that you want to request, I'm pretty open to whatever, but just not team requests for this stream, just because I am trying to push for Legend, so we want to run actual good Pokemon for a change. I'm waiting till the last day, Sunday Mega Finale, in case it drops the Elite move then. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I fear, however, that I would leave it to the last second and then forget. And then just not have my guaranteed hundo. Just going to enjoy the stream. Alright, fair play. Alright, so also I want to mention that usually when I stream, I'm obviously trying to engage with chat and stuff, and as a result, when I'm reading things, it's much harder to keep track of energy and remember what Pokemon they even led with and stuff. So I'm gonna try to lock in a bit more today. So if I don't engage in chat, at least whilst I'm battling, like, please forgive me. I'm trying to actually get some wins for once. So yeah, we have climbed a little bit of elo since yesterday, but not super consistently. So we're at 28:31. I think I've only got like 5 sets left for the day, because I did do quite a few battles just to see if it was worth pushing for Legend. Like, if I did a few sets off stream and then didn't really gain any elo, then it probably isn't going to work on stream either. But we're in with a chance here. So yeah, as I mentioned, excuse me, that's not what I mentioned. I've swapped out Seeking just because it doesn't get as easily hard-walled by Pokemon on the safe swap position. And that was, I think, the big downfall, is that I didn't really want to use Quillfish as a safe swap because often it was the good answer to their lead Pokemon if I lost the lead. But yeah. Okay, so Shadow Fortress in the lead. I'm also going to maybe not try and explain exactly what I'm doing in every single battle, just because that's another distraction where it might cause me to lose track of energy counts and stuff like that. So this is actually the first Fortress I've seen on Bug Bite since I've been running this team, which to be fair is only 2 days, but interesting. I don't think I'm necessarily best equipped to deal with it. Okay, they do allow me to reach another Icy Wind, so that's fine. I don't mind that too much. And now I don't know if they can even farm me down. Yeah, they don't commit to it. We don't necessarily want to... I mean, I've obviously just debuffed them, but since they're on Bug Bite, I don't necessarily want to no shield and then just risk being farmed down. So I think I'll actually shield the first. Maybe I'll shield the first. I'll commit to Dragon Breath farming them down, and then it means... Okay, that's fine. We'll just swap out here. Right. Unfortunately, Aqua Tail's not gonna KO, so if they no shield here, that's quite a smart play on their end. Predicting Carbink backline. Okay. Kind of forced the shield here. I would live a Sand Tomb, but obviously it's not ideal for us. Yeah, if they hard swap back into Fortress, potentially what that means is that they do have a good answer to Hydreigon in the back as well. Or potentially they just want to clear the debuff on their Mantine so that they can land a non-debuffed Twister later on. Oh, that doesn't KO. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's see. If it's Carbink, then obviously we definitely lose. Okay, we throw here. I don't think this will take them out, actually. Okay, it does. And yeah, it's Carbink. Fuck. Well, bit unfortunate for us there. Not much we could do. Unless I was running Flash Cannon. So I should at least grab a shield here. Like, they'd be stupid not to respect this. Okay, yeah, fair play. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I banked a move before I swapped out, so even then, obviously a single Aqua Tail with chip damage from a fly is not taking them out here. But yeah, GG's, not much we could have done, but that's okay. Wow, going for the Moonblast BM. Congrats, I guess. But yeah, if you guys see lineups that you're familiar with, like Kit Kat, for example, calling out the Carbink backline, then obviously feel free to help me in the chat. Brilliant. Yeah, so unfortunately, this has been the story with this lead, is that I am losing the majority of them. Thank you, Smooth Criminal, for the donation. I'm going to quickly read that after this battle because I need to focus. Okay, not Trailblaze, which is good. I'm going to go for an Icy Wind. It does do a little bit less damage, and because they've thrown on CMP... Is Waterfall recommended on Seeking? No, I just think it works better for this team. Yeah, so since they're on Disarming Voice, that would suggest that Quillfish is going to completely wall them. Okay, it looks like we maybe lagged one turn there as we came in. Since I debuffed, I can no shield here. And then we'll just swap out immediately. I don't want to take any fairy wind damage to try and get to a fly. Unfortunately, they can debuff me immediately, since they went for 6 before they swapped out. But we kind of have to no shield here. Obviously, that doesn't do much. Okay, they're staying in. That kind of gives me hope. Or it just means that they've got another hard answer to Hydreigon in the back. I did see earlier today a team with Florges in the lead and Tinkaton in the back, which is obviously a nightmare for me. Okay. This is fine. Oh, they actually shield. Okay, that's fine then, right? How much energy does the Florges have? Oh, it doesn't matter. We just throw. We have the energy. Okay, cool. Alright, I can now read the donation message. Good luck today, Callum. Faced you today for the first time. Unlucky RPS with G Weezing and Ludicolo. Ah, yeah. GG's. Did you catch the Aquatail? I'm not gonna lie. That game really frustrated me. Wait, oh. That... Was it that game that you had... Did you have Quagsire in the back as well? Because I felt like I made that really close, considering the team comp. But thank you very much for the donation. Also, if you can, I haven't thought of anything that a $5 donation will get you. So if you can think of something, then you're more than welcome to request it. Okay, Guzzlord in the lead is pretty tricky for us. I mean, I guess we can tank it. They might swap out. They don't. Okay, yeah, we'll just let it go. They're at 2. Obviously, if they do have like an electric type Pokemon in the back, we could be in trouble. But Guzzlord, I've seen paired with Tinkaton these days. So I think. Okay, they go for 2 there. So they're 1 over. Had the Feraligatr in the back. Okay, no, I was thinking of someone else then. In that case, I think you just absolutely destroyed me. I don't know if Aquatail KO. I was thinking of a different Galarian Weezing game then. Okay, we got to think about what our plan is here. I guess we just no shield this, right? Unfortunately, this doesn't do enough, though. Alright, how healthy are we? Yeah, we can't win this. I think they'll get to 2 bulldozers here. Ah, fuck it. I'll just go for a Shadow Ball. My only win condition is if they no shield here. But yeah, they should have back to back by now. There's a gift glitch. Okay, that's an interesting glitch there. Yes, I did remember to catch some Delibird last week. Let's have a look at my Stardust actually. I'm over 2 million for once, which is crazy. Yeah, I've still got an egg. Cool. Okay, rough start for the stream so far, but we can still go positive in this set. Okay, Licky Licky in the lead. Okay, I didn't expect them to throw immediately, but that's okay. Watch them have like solar beam or something here. Okay, it's the shadow ball, that's fine. Okay, good to bait this out. Okay, I should be able to Dragon Breath them down here. Maybe I could yeah, I'll Dragon Breath them down. But we're going to be so low. We will have a lot of energy. And they have a move. Okay, I'll just throw this straight away. Okay, they actually shield, that's fine. And I'll just throw immediately. So I think Licky probably banked to move when they swapped out. Okay, just a body slam. Which means this is probably just a body slam as well. Alright. Shit. I should have just thrown a move. What am I doing? I've got 2 moves, but I'm so low on my Quillfish that I don't live a single peck, do I? Oh, that's so dumb. Damn it. Why'd I do that? I could have literally just thrown a move. Ah, that's so stupid. Oh well, GG's. Damn it. We definitely should have won that one. I forgot we still had so much energy on our Hydreigon. Alright. We're on damage control now for this next battle. We just need to not lose. Alright, Hydreigon. I mean, it's not a good start. But let's see what we can do. Okay, then banking that much energy is obviously not great for me. However, I wonder if I could shield and then swap out. And then, yeah, obviously, they just come back in with the Tinkerton, but... Okay, they do get the full farm down, which is not ideal. I should live a bulldoze. And they did swap back into this thing. The only problem now is that if I let a move go, they can probably fairy wind me down. Oh, that's actually kind of better. But still not great for me. Unless they no-shield this and they just have like a, I don't know, a Whimsicott in the back. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're just getting really rough team comps. And we should have won the last game. Okay, not a good start for us. We're probably back down to like 2750, in which case the legend push is already over, unfortunately. But we'll try. Yeah, okay. Alright, we need to extra lock in this time around. We did obviously still have very unfortunate leads there. I think the one neutral lead we should have won. Okay, that's good for us. I think we can win this one. First free win of the season. Let's go! Now we're back on track. Thank you, random trainer. If we could get some more tankers to stream snipe, that would be great. Never underestimate a Poliwag. I've got a funny story. I'll tell you after this battle. Okay, a neutral lead here into Quagsire. Okay, that's fine. We'll just get rid of this thing. Okay, them allowing me to get to an Icy Wind is great news. They might just bank the energy, actually, which would be a good idea. Why Seeking? It's basically the same team I ran in yesterday's video, but then I just have... Seeking has better coverage to not get completely walled by stuff. Alright, what were they using in the lead? Quagsire. That's quite unfortunate how low we are. Okay, I think I'm fine. Unless they come out with 2 twisters. But they're low enough. Alright. GG's. We didn't lose this time around when we had a neutral lead, which is good. Somebody did a bingo card for their PvP stream. It was actually pretty fun. In terms of what you're expecting to see, or like scenarios that might play out. Would have preferred that Dondozo was the final evolution of Sea King. Okay. Great for the whole team. Okay, let's see what they throw here. Chilling water. I don't necessarily need switch advantage here if they did want to double shield, for example. But that's fine. Okay, I think I'm fine here. Obviously, we can't get too complacent. I think what we'll do is as soon as we can, we'll just bank the energy here and then swap into Sea King. Like, yeah, they might be on Trailblaze, but I think if we just save our shields for Hydreigon, we should be fine. Okay, they can never get to 3 Swifts here, I don't think. I mean, actually, they might just barely get there if they've got 100. Alright, GG's. It's good to not lose when you've won the lead. Alright. Fortress, regular Fortress. Let's see if they're on Bug Bite again. Okay. Let's see. Foul play. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Because if they were able to farm me down here, obviously I don't know, but they could potentially have like Dazzling Gleam or something. I'm just going to hold on to the energy here, because throwing an Aqua Tail doesn't do much for me at this point in time. So go for a Sand Tomb. Alright, let's see how much damage we do here. Okay, not quite enough to two-shot them. But maybe from this range they're in Aquatail range here. Okay, we do grab the final shield. I'm going to be double debuffed. Oh, fuck's sake. Is this the same team we already saw? What was the other Pokemon? Sableye. Or was it different to last time? It's the same core. Ah, man, we missed out. I actually think if we got to that brutal swing, the other one was Mantine. If we got to that brutal swing there, oh no, it still wouldn't quite have put them into range. Alright, unfortunate for us, but another game where we can't really do anything about that. Opponent's Loki begging Callum to run Flash Cannon. I'm trying to think what scenarios have we needed Fly for. It does do slightly more damage neutrally, right? Than a brutal swing. Okay, Malamar in the lead is pretty good. I actually don't mind them just throwing, because I can tank a move here. I can't tank a move against Malamar. But then I do give Malamar the opportunity to just go for a massive farm down. We might as well just guarantee damage here with 2 Aquatails. Well, hopefully I can get to a second one. Yeah, okay, cool. And then I don't want to come in and throw straight away, because I feel like they could obviously just try and make a catch. So instead, we'll just hold on to the energy for a little bit. I don't mind using a shield, because I do have a lot of energy here. They probably could just get away with going for foul plays here anyways. Obviously they get the debuff on the first try. Wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, now we just shield, right? And if they bulldoze again, I don't think they get to a Gigaton Hammer. And they do full send. Yeah, okay, GG's. Okay, this time around we're on the right end of a RPS team with Tinkaton, so we'll take it. Okay, we've regained the elo we lost on the previous set, thanks to the one random guy who ran a Poliwag. Okay, I don't think we regained quite as much elo, but that's fine. Did Poliwag put in work for the guy? Nah, he just had a 10 CP polywag and conceded instantly. Okay. Okay, last time I played this, it was Carbink in the back, so I'm already fucked. I've played this team before. We have to just sacrifice High Dragon. I think maybe we just narrowly live a X's, or maybe we don't. Probably not, actually. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, unfortunately, this was just a guaranteed loss. I'll even get to another move anyways. I'll humour them and check that it is a Carbink in the back. Because I'll be a bit annoyed with myself if it's something else. But they're not going to let me see it anyways. But yeah, I faced this team like twice yesterday in back-to-back games. I thought I could into the same person. But yeah, I'm not too pleased about the... obviously we didn't actually see it there, but I can pretty much guarantee that it was Carbink in the back. Maybe we should run Flash Cannon. Should we just do it? I'm sure there's going to be loads of matchups suddenly where I needed Fly. But fuck it. We're going for it. Okay, Clodsire. I actually don't know how much damage the Shadow Ball does to us. But I guess we just no shield anyways, right? Obviously, best case scenario, we reach one more draw run. Worst case scenario, they get off 4 hexes and farm us down. Yeah, it looks like worst case scenario, actually. Pretty much. I could have swapped back into High Dragon there. I guess not really any need to, though. I wasn't really looking to catch a move. And it is just a Sludge Bomb as well. Fuck. Alright, that should be game over then for us, unfortunately. Surprised I have so many charge DMs. Right. Since they threw straight away, they probably outpace us to another move. Or maybe we can go for a Flash Cannon here. Alright, come on. Moment of truth. Was it worth it? No! I get damage registration error. Are you kidding me? We actually could have won this game. Well, I think they did anyways. It looked like we only got off 2 Dragon Breaths worth of damage. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, well, GG's. Flash Cannon nearly worked for us, actually. So, I guess it wasn't the worst TM usage ever. Alright. Kanto Marowak. Throwing on CMP was the win condition? No, because they weren't on 1 HP, but they were in range where 1 Dragon Breath would have taken them out. Alright, I'm trying to work out... I'm going to shield here. And then now I'm going to swap out into my Seeking. Okay, that's good. So we guarantee the knockout here. Because even at this health, like, that's tricky for my Quillfish to take out. Okay, they do opt for the extra. That's fine. So they're at 5. Six. Okay, they throw on CMP, which is good. Right. Quillfish ahead on energy can beat a lot of things. So I'm not going to bother trying to make a catch here. Instead, I'll just shield once. Okay, I think that puts Aquatel into range for taking them out. That was my idea behind that. If not, obviously I've lost. But yeah, okay, cool. Alright, GG's. Feels like Claude has regained some popularity. Don't know why. Well, it's probably because Carbink's out in force again. Is a very good answer to Carbink. And it's reasonably flexible. If not quite as good as it used to be. It's still decent. Alright, I'm going to stay in to see what fast move they're on. Okay, they actually shield. Do I live an Earth Power? I should have gone for Icy Wind, probably. Okay, they Body Slam, that's fine. Okay, we're hoping that this is their best answer to a Quillfish. Okay, they no shield. And they panic a little bit. I think that's quite good for us. I think maybe 1 Mud Slap takes us out, whereas they live the waterfall damage. Okay, I'm swapping out. I'm going to have to use both shields, though. Well, I'll just go straight for Shadow Ball. Okay, no I won't, because I've overfarmed too much here. That's okay. Presumably they've thrown immediately. Oh. Shit, I actually don't get to the Shadow Ball. Okay, they do let it go. That's fine. Okay, we've got a lot of energy. They've got a catch opportunity. Ah, shit. Okay. That is what I expected. Okay, I think we win. I think we win. I think I'm one away from back-to-back. Yeah. Sweet. Alright, GG's. Okay, we need one more win to go positive for this set still. Hey Callum, you don't do Team Rocket challenges anymore like you used to before? No, I haven't done them in a while. I did one, I don't know, like probably a couple years ago now. Against Giovanni. But, like, to be honest, I kind of just exhausted what I could do. And now, since they've changed how they work, like, there's a lot of stuff you can do where you just have, like, infinite energy. I probably should have swapped out to catch that. Oh, they're on Waterfall. Alright, who wins CMP out of Empoleon and Seeking? I'm assuming it's Empoleon, but I don't actually know. Did you get your free Mewtwo / Master Ball? I haven't claimed it yet. Okay, they throw immediately, that's fine. Would you rather remove Tinkaton or Licky Licky from the meta? Yeah, exactly. Is there an option for both? That's definitely what I would go for. Okay, what did they lead with? Sableye. They're very low. I think that if I come in with Quillfish, they try and catch a move, so I'm not going to throw. And then if they come back in with Empoleon, I can Shadow Ball them. Oh. Nearly just Shadow Balled a Dunsparce. That would have been good. Alright, GG's. Yeah, Tink is definitely more RPS. But I probably find Licky Licky more annoying. Just because it's just so good neutrally into, like, basically everything. Okay, now I think we're back at the elo we started on. Which is not ideal since we have gone positive. Florges, I think Florges is actually really annoying. It's just not that common. It's specifically more annoying to me because I prefer to run like Dragon plus Fire as a core, and Florges just beats, well, obviously beats Dragons and then has the coverage for Fire types as well. And usually I'm running sort of Glacier Fire types, where Chilling Water basically one-shots me. Okay, Clodsire in the lead. I've seen a few Clodsire leads. Okay. Let's find out if they've got Crunch. Okay, they actually showed the first move. Well, I guess what they throw will impact what we do with our Hydreigon. Okay, bro's just farming to like infinite energy. At this point, I guess they could just go for a Hydro Cannon to take us out. I wonder if it's worthwhile coming in with Quillfish, just in case they do just blind throw an Ice Beam. Hydro Pump is the second move? Yeah, it could be. Okay, they do just go Hydro Cannon again. Fine. Ah, that's not great. Okay. Let's think about this. They've got a lot of energy, and they are on Sludge Bomb. That's annoying. I'll be honest, I don't have a clue where they're at. I probably should have thrown the back-to-back moves there. Because, yeah, they just no shield. Ah, shit. Ruh-oh. Well, they can definitely just Brave Bird me now. I'll throw the move anyways, just in case they forget. I don't know. Alright, GG's. I think, yeah, I probably should have gone for Flash Cannon that time around into the Clodsire. But after the last one not dealing as much damage as I was expecting, I felt like they'd still just barely live anyways. And also, I couldn't remember how much energy they had when they swapped out, because they did stay in for a while, but not as long as the previous one. And I was kind of getting them mixed up. Hi, I faced you yesterday when you had Milotic instead of Seeking. GG's. What team were you running? Okay, Altaria. I'm actually going to swap out immediately here. I expect they'll chip and dip. So I'm not going to bother throwing an Icy Wind. With Altaria in the lead, they could have anything. I'm guessing it's going to be Empoleon as the other Pokemon. I know that's a crazy shout given that they had Altaria in the lead. Okay, Drone does do slightly more damage. Issue for us. Okay, that's really bad. I was going to say issue for us is that Altaria has some energy, but it has... Right. I don't think they've got 2 dynamic punches. If I'm wrong, then we've already lost. Okay, good. But still, we're in a tricky spot still. Okay, we get a shield. Okay. That's good. Oh, that's CMP. That's huge. Obviously, it just depends what their final Pokemon is. But they obviously don't have back-to-back moves. So we know shield here. It is Empoleon in the back. It's a regular Empoleon, however. So, I don't know if Shadow Ball KOs. However, if we're able to connect with one, we can just go straight Aqua Tail. This is a bit rough, as they should get to 2. And then, by that stage, I think they swap back into Altaria. We actually would have preferred a Shadow Empoleon here, unfortunately. Although, actually, I guess we live the dual peck more comfortably, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Not comfortably enough. Yeah, GG's. Unfortunate there. Actually saw more Tinks than Empoleon paired with Altaria these days. Yeah. I think we would have been... would we have been in a better position against Tinkaton? Probably. Hisuian, Electrode, Empoleon, and Shadow Canine. Ah, okay. Oh, you were the final battle in the video, I think, right? Okay, Jumpluff is kind of annoying, so I'm actually just going to swap out immediately into Quillfish. Okay. Interesting. I guess there's a chance they could have Scorching Sands here. So I might just shield anyways. I'll play it super safe, right? Yeah, they actually Weather Ball me. Fine, whatever. We'll just get rid of them. Oh, they actually shield. Well, if they do have Scorching Sands, then fair play. But we live an Energy Ball here. Okay, I've remembered that we do not have Fly, so our Hydreigon isn't great into the Jumpluff. So all we really need to do here is let Hydreigon go down. Because now we come in immediately. We've seen Ice Beam, so be freaking crazy if they're on Ice Beam and Skull Bash. Okay. Okay. They are farming a lot. I don't think they can swap back into Blastoise yet, right? Please tell me I'm right. I am correct. Wait, do they even have a Blastoise still? I can't remember. Oh, they've actually got 2 Pokemon left. Alright, GG's. Just in slight panic mode there for a second, but we're okay. Alright, we've only won 1 battle this set. Do I have a Great League Circuitry? No, it's very nearly impossible to get. I have tried. I've traded for about 20 of them, but you have only 4 possible IV combinations that will fit into Great League. So, yeah, basically not going to happen. Okay, Florges in the lead. Obviously not so great for us. Okay, I don't mind them letting me get to the Icy Wind here. Obviously, this is not going to flip the matchup since I'm on Waterfall. However, it does mean that Hydreigon comfortably lives. Or should I just double shield? Maybe I fight for switch advantage here. Yeah, obviously Flash Cannon was a nice idea, but they're too low for me to come out with anywhere near enough energy for that. So let's see. I don't know why I'm going for Icy Wind. It doesn't really make a difference here. And potentially they just have an answer to... Well, actually, that's good. They are over farming, but I can possibly grab a shield here. No, okay, they're just going to let it go. Ah, shit. This thing fucks me up. Yeah, okay. Unfortunate for us. 2 shields is not helping us into a thing that has coverage to beat the whole team. Oh, we actually survived that, though. Which is even worse for me. Fuck. Damn it. Alright, well, GG's. Should have just played it how I normally play it. I think other times I've faced Florges and Electrode, they had like K9 in the back, which I thought would be fine if I've got both a Quillfish and Hydreigon still alive. Okay, another bad lead. How's it going? Not great. We've basically stayed at exactly the same elo. Yeah, unfortunately we actually live that. We keep getting into situations where we're barely living charge moves, and then they get even more energy. Okay, we have to watch out in case the opponent decides to swap back into Annihilate. Which they do. I was a bit slow there. And I think, as a result, that's probably game over. Typical 3-2-2-3. No, we did like 1-4, 4-1, 3-2. Alright, every time I've gone against... Oh, we already... Is it Carbink in the back again? Oh no, they led with Annihilate. Okay, they actually shield that. I'm quite surprised. Every time I've faced Annihilate, they always no-shield the Aquatail, and they just barely hang on. So I thought I'd try something different there, but obviously it's not quite worked out for me. Yeah, it is Carbink in the back. Fucking hell. Yeah, we are unfortunately just running into hard counter teams left and right. So no legend push for us today. That's actually our final set. Okay, I thought I banked a set from yesterday, but apparently I didn't. Oh, we got a shiny Badoo. Oh shit. Well, we just got a Shundo. Okay, well, I guess that makes up for it. We'll take it. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna be like, well, we didn't have a good day trying to climb, so we'll claim our Mewtwo, see if we get a Shundo. But we hatched one instead, so alright. You played all 10 sets. Yeah, I did most of them off stream to see if like it was worthwhile trying to push for legend, because if I did like 4 sets off stream, usually I play better off stream just because that I can lock in a bit more. I'm like not thinking about other stuff and like interacting with chat and stuff. And I was able to get to like 2850 odd elo. So I was like, okay, we can, if we have 5 more sets and you know get maybe even slightly better than that, then we could push for legend. Obviously it didn't work out for us because we just got absolutely obliterated in the RPS department for the most part. Thank you Idle Thief for the 5 gifted memberships. Unfortunately I can't do any more battles or anything, but and same for everyone else who donated. If you guys have any ideas for stuff I can do for you as a thanks for the donations and gifted memberships, then you're more than welcome to request something. But yeah, well, that means we only did 4 sets on stream, I think. Yeah, we only did 4. Alright, so apologies, that was a much shorter stream than usual. Name the Shundo Badoo. Strip. Alright, fair enough, you donated. No, I'm just kidding. Anything less, with less nudity, potentially. Do a backflip. I've actually tried to learn how to do backflips recently. Oh, you were gonna tell a story about the Poliwag. Yes, it wasn't actually about a Poliwag, but it is a similar thing, right? I just name it Mewtwo. That's a good idea. Just keep on with the content. It's actually fun to watch. I don't appreciate you saying actually. Like, you could have just said it's fun to watch. That sounds like it's like, you know, most people think it's boring, but I actually think it's quite fun. I know obviously you didn't mean it like that, but oh well, yeah, so the Poliwag story is related to the Poliwag. Basically, ages ago, before even like XL candies were a thing, so like Master League, Premier Cup was just the like non-legendaries in the Go Battle League. Basically, I can't remember why, but I was trying to tank. I don't remember what I was aiming to do, but basically I had a I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, so I had this Mamoswine that I was leading with, right? And I led into a like a fully powered up Dragonite lead, and the opponent just instantly conceded the match, when if they just tapped for 1 second, they would have taken out my whole team. But they just saw the Mamoswine in the lead and they were like, nah bro, I'm out. And so I won with a full trio of like sub 50 CP Pokemon. But I was annoyed because I didn't record it. So like, who's gonna believe that story? But that would have been so cool. Like, that would be the best clickbait short video ever. But yeah, you know what? Let's just rename this as Mewtwo. We got our Shundo Mewtwo, lads. Oh, I need to incubate an egg. All right, so we did not successfully climb any elo at all, unfortunately. But what I didn't want to do today was just do like a different type of stream and then just get completely wrecked and go back down. Because the thing is, like, running Spice is fine in like my usual elo range of like the sort of 2100s to 2500s. When you're trying to run like lots of different teams in the 2800s, like there's just no forgiveness at all. Like, you make one slight mistake, or even you play everything perfectly, there's just very little chance that you're winning games consistently, and I don't think that would have made for a very enjoyable stream. Whereas at least, even though we didn't do that well today, like, we were still able to be competitive, and you know, it wasn't just me losing every single battle over and over again. Still have a lot of time for Legend. Yeah, the only thing is I'm really bored of running this team now, so I think I'll try something else. But yeah, I just think that, like, if I can push, usually if I can go on a good run, I can usually hit Legend within like 2 or 3 days of actually trying. But if I sort of get to that point where, like today for example, where I was having lots of up and down sets, like, that's usually when it's time to call it a day with the team. Do you have the Candy XL to push Mewtwo? I don't think so. No, we've only got 122 candies, or XLs anyways. Viewers are quick to say, Callum, build this, build Mime Jr. Yeah, I do actually want to build a Mime Jr. It's just, yeah, it's like, it's kind of pointless having a second move. Obviously, it's quite cheap, but it does have like Psybeam, Psychic, and Psyshock. Yeah, so like, it just wouldn't be very good, essentially. But it is something that I'll build in the future. I'm thinking if there are any other baby Pokemon, like Bonsly. I don't have the XL candies for it because I just detest catching Sudowoodo, because that bugger just does not stay in your Pokeball. Otherwise, Riolu can probably get close to 1000 CP maybe. Okay, it does actually go above 1000 CP. But then obviously, like, counter's been nerfed. I have no idea why this thing is double moved. It does learn. It learns Fire Punch. No, wait, does it? Oh, it learns Blaze Kick and Thunder Punch. So it's got some coverage. So that's a good option for like baby Pokemon. Mantike I could build, I guess, but again, I don't think I've got the XL candies for that. Okay, I'm close to it. And then obviously I've got Smoochum, got Elekid, got Magby. Munchlax is a bit boring just because it's quite easy to power up. Okay, not that one specifically, but yeah, we could obviously do a Munchlax. And then all the other stuff is basically like useless. What moves do we learn? Yeah, Hidden Power, Razor Leaf, Energy Ball, and Grass Knot. Gimmighoul would be a flex. Yeah, I'd quite like to use it on like one of my smallest team, smallest team available type team. Why does Riolu have coverage? It is difficult to get Little Cup level. I don't know. I think they just went, you know, like Niantic went for a stage where when they were giving a Pokemon a new move for like new seasons, if its pre-evolution also learned that move, they just also give it to the pre-evolution as well, which I thought was really, like, I enjoyed that because it meant that I could build a bunch of stuff that would be like really spicy, level 50, probably barely gets to like 1300 CP, but it's been updated so I can make a video out of it. But they stopped doing that now, which is a bit of a shame. I think those 3 are the tiniest Pokemon in the game. Yeah, what did I used to run instead of... I think there's 5 options that are all tied for the same height. So I had Joltik. Oh, what else did I run? Flabébé. That's another one. And... I can't think what the other Pokemon was when I ran the smallest team. Nah, Ribombi's slightly bigger. Nah, it wasn't Floette either. What was it? I can probably find out if I just search the video up and look at the thumbnail. Oh, it's quite a surprising one. It's Comfey. I don't know how you pronounce that. Comfey. This thing. Because I guess it's not the whole ribbon thing, and it's just... It's similar to like Flabébé, where it's not the whole thing that's that big. It's just the tiny little ball-shaped thing there. So like Flabébé is holding a flower, so it looks bigger than it actually is. Little question, why are you stuck on level 72 for 3 months? Is leveling just not interesting enough? Yeah. You don't... Like, leveling up does nothing for you. And I just don't want to waste loads of Stardust on purifying Shadow Pokemon. Because also the next one, level up a max move 20 times. I don't care about max battles at all, so I'm never going to do that. So there's no point, really. Like, obviously, back when level 50 dropped, and leveling up meant that you could actually level Pokemon up past level 40 as well, that was useful. But, obviously, that's not the case anymore. So, there's not really any reason to level up. Also, yeah, well, I basically, I had initially held off, because, you know, like when we used to get the Team Rocket events, we used to get the actual like special research tasks, whereas nowadays it's changed. They're just like a new Go Pass instead. So there's not really any reason to purify them unless you're like grinding out the usually they have the Charge TM quests where it's like purify 3 Pokemon for a Charge TM. So if you're able to come across 3 of them, then it's worth it. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I am saving. I've saved a bunch of them. I'm just not doing them currently because it's a waste of Stardust. In before level 100 Pokemon cap with new level cap. Well, I mean, if they do that, they kind of ruin the current GBL system completely. So that's why they can't really do that. So that's why I think the only level increases we're seeing at the moment are like for these super mega raids or whatever the heck this new thing is with the new mega Pokemon. Because you can get those to like level 42 or 43 or whatever it is. But yeah, like it, because also like the XL candies are already like a bit of a shit system. So if you introduced like 100 more power-ups, essentially, like you'd have to just completely redo it. And so yeah, building mons from the start again would be a disaster. Yeah, exactly. But that's my opinion on max battles, because you have to just build everything again from scratch. So I just don't see the point. Because like, oh, some new Pokemon comes out as a Dynamax, so you have to battle it a bunch of times, you know, build one of them yourself, and then like 5 months down the line it comes out with a Gigantamax form, which you then have to battle again because you can't just use the one you've already caught, because Dynamax Pokemon can't Gigantamax, and it's just a massive waste of resources. I know you get lots of resources, but yeah, it's just stupid. Also, Super Mega Raids are annoying. Yeah, like first of all, like you can't do the raids from just any gym. It's specific gyms. So I think locally, I can't remember what it is that qualifies for a Super Mega Raid to spawn, but I don't think any of my gyms around here actually have one. So on day 2 of GoFest, when I didn't go into central London, I just didn't have any. I mean, first of all, I didn't have enough people locally to do the battles anyways, but like I wasn't even aware that there's Mewtwo going on around me, because none of them would spawn a Mega Mewtwo anyways. So yeah, Swanna, Shadow Primate and Jumpluff Legend Run wouldn't be spicy enough for this channel, would it? I think if you were able to swap out either Primeape or Jumpluff for something a tiny bit spicier, it probably would be. Sup, how's the Legend push going? It didn't go very well. So basically I must have done 6 sets off stream. I thought I did 5. And then I also thought I banked the set from yesterday. So I should have had 6 sets to do on stream. But I obviously didn't do that. So I only had 4 sets. And so I think we went 1 on 4 in our first set. We then flipped that and went 4 on 1 in the next set. And then we went 3 and 2. And then we went 1 on 4 again. So we did lose a little bit of elo, but I'd gained some earlier in the day. What about if I beat everyone? I mean, it's impressive for sure. But I just don't know if unless you're running like something interesting with your Jumpluff, as in like if you had Solar Beam on it, as an example. Considering what you normally play, that's a lot of elo. Yeah, I mean, that's why I thought, I was like, you know what? I could either do a stream today where I run some random nonsense from a wheel that's feeding me teams that I'm not picking, and I'll probably just lose almost every game. Or I could try just carry on using a somewhat decent team, by my standards anyways, and see if I can gain any more elo, which we didn't do, but at least we've not dropped down to like the 2300s, which is probably what would have happened. Wow, why is that so difficult to say? It's probably what would have happened if we ran basically anything else. Is there a flexible Mega that'll beat Mewtwo? I don't know. Gonna have to watch it back. Got here not long ago. Keep pushing. Yeah, unfortunately we are out of sets today. For anyone who's just tuned in, I did some sets off stream. Tried to see if it was worth like continuing the team that I was using. Gained a bit of elo, got to like 2850-ish, and decided that it was worth trying to stream and hit Legend. But unfortunately we didn't do very well when we were actually streaming. And to be fair, we actually just lost probably like 60 to 70% of the lead matchups, seeing a lot of like Tinkaton, Shadow Annihilate, Florges leads, or like Bug Bite Fortress. I faced the same opponent today like 2 or even 3 times. Yeah, it just feels like there's hardly anyone I'm playing. When I was playing earlier, it was taking me, I was having like long queue times, and I'm only just barely past expert. But yeah, I was thinking of trying out the, obviously I can't do it now, trying out the Evolution Cup, because I haven't played in it at all, but just looking at what people are using, like, it seems like Krokorok would be a really good core breaker. If you give it like a shield advantage, you're obviously dark and ground, so you beat like a lot of the common threats. But I haven't really looked into it too much. But yeah, just looking at PvPoke's rankings, obviously Celio you'd lose to, but then you've got Dusclops, Doublade, Morgrim, you at least resist the Sucker Punch damage. Metang, I don't know if people actually use Metang, I've not seen people using it in other videos. But then Tinkertuff, you've got Mud Slap. Charjabug, obviously yeah, it's a bug type Pokemon, but you resist the fast food pressure. The dragons, you're like fairly neutral into. Then you've got like Clang, Lairon. And then yeah, a bit further down you've got a few fighting type Pokemon, which would be problematic. But I feel like it would be a decent Pokemon. It's just obviously Mud Slap got nerfed since the last time I've used it. And then pacing wise, Crunch isn't that great. But you've got buffed Earthquake if you wanted to just nuke stuff. But yeah, anyways, obviously we can't do any more battles now, so I'm just kind of rambling on because the stream was a bit shorter than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, I mean, let me know if you guys have any suggestions for Pokemon to try out in the Evolution Cup. I'm using Metang because I've only got 3 Pokemon eligible. I mean, yeah, fair enough. If that's all you've got, then yeah, kind of you have to go with that. I'm using Lairon, that's a good one. I've seen quite a lot of people on Kadabra, no, Shenanigan Stone. I'm talking Pokemon that would actually have even a tiny bit of play. But yeah, I've seen lots of people showcase Lairon already, so I'm going to try avoid the common stuff. Piloswine, I think I saw It's Axon using it, maybe. It seems okay. Obviously, dragons are decent. Not Kadabra. Idle Thief, desperate to get me to strip. To be fair, it's so hot in the UK right now. It is... Let me just check what the weather forecast is saying. Okay, it's currently 36 degrees. How was your eclipse? It wasn't that great. I didn't have any special glasses to wear, so I couldn't look at the sun. Obviously, you had like cool shadows and stuff, but yeah, not worth potentially losing my vision at trying to stare at the sun. So yeah, I used Piloswine and lost a lot because of the pacing. Its pacing is decent. It's just everything else, just like straight, like 4 or like 9 or 8 turns to get to moves. Got paid day off because the aircon is broken. Nice. Hopefully the air conditioning gets fixed though where you work, because obviously it's not going to be as hot as it was today. But yeah, someone was saying, oh, if you had, you could have done like I could have done the Soul Rock and Lunatone video. Well, excuse the voice crack. Could have done that yesterday instead of like a few weeks ago when I did it, and that would have been pretty good timing. But since I did it so recently, I didn't want to like do it again. It's a cinema, so everyone would be dead. Yeah, that's fair. That would get crazy stuffy. All right. Any more ideas for the Evolution Cup before we stop? I was actually also thinking about Shadow Haunter with Astonish, but I've seen that it's Axon just put out a video, so potentially either that becomes more common, or at least, you know, like there's already a video on it, so it wouldn't be that unique. Clefairy is actually allowed. Imagine being on the phone with someone that makes hanging up difficult. Sometimes that way with streams. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, whilst you guys are all being chatty, it feels rude, because usually the issue is on the Thursdays is that I need to sort of finish the stream fairly quickly, but because the stream didn't last very long today, I'm not in a rush. Linoon? Can you use regular Linoon, or is it only the Galarian version? Just the Galarian version. Yeah, that looks alright. I guess if you did... maybe if... I don't know. I was going to say if you did like an ABB style team. Axon put out a video without running Mantine. I know, it's freaking crazy. But unfortunately you can't use it in this cup. Dartrix? Okay, that's a good shout. Although... Celio... and potentially if Piloswine is common, ice types are a little bit scary. Bisharp. Alright, we're just suggesting... unfortunately, Bisharp's moveset's just really rubbish. You beat Dusclops, Haunter and Golbat, and you basically lose to everything else. Larvesta. You can't use a Larvesta because the Evolution Cup is just like Pokemon that have already evolved but also evolve again. Palpitoad is a good shout. It's actually ranked 37, so that's kind of high. Yeah, that's actually got a decent win. Well, it's like you beat obviously Lairon, Doublade, Metang, but you beat Dusclops and Primeape apparently, which is interesting. Pikachu is a spice pick. It is, but we're basically looking for Pokemon where we could at least sort of maybe, even if we lose more than we win, we're not going to drop 300 elo in one day. That's kind of the aim. But yeah, I'll have a think and try and come up with something for tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Using a Hundo Doublade. Nice. That's how I lost 600 elo. Yeah, you basically... You go too spicy in this elo range, and you're not in this elo range, basically. That's how it works. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, especially those of you that donated. Obviously, well, I think because I didn't think of anything to give you guys for the $5 donation incentive, I'll just give... I think the 3 of you that donated, I'll just give you guys a shout out in my next video, whenever that is. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Night night, don't let the bed bugs bite. It is barely 4:30